What's up, guys? We're here for another episode of Three Wise Men. We're still going on the March protocol. You have myself, Brian. You have lovely Andy here. You have Turbo. And we have Billy again from My Medic. We're going to go over the respiratory thing. And we're going to simulate that Andy got shot by grind hard ammunition.
Oh, dude, look at that. That is crazy.
But Tyler, the slit out the rear end is literally just like a little slit. Top right, heart, lung.
We saw what he did to the dummy. That's not fair. I'm not going to live, dude.
You might.
That's what his job is.
Well, we're going to get you fixed up, dude. You ain't even got to sweat it.
Did you see that dummy?
I did not.
They call me Turbo because I'm a speed demon.
I'm Brian Goldstein. I went from special ed student to 8-figure CEO.
I'm Andy Kelly Fresh. I'm a double agent, and together we are the Three Wise Men.
So, as we're going down the March protocol, like you said, massive bleeding airway. Now we're on R, which is respiratory. So a lot of people mistake it like respiratory. It's different than airway. This is like airway right here, right? Respiratory, think lungs and breathing, actual function of breathing. So now you have a hole in your chest that disrupts basically the vacuum, the negative and positive pressure system that allows us to breathe. So imagine as you inhale, your diaphragm moves and pulls air in. You exhale and you blow air out. Well, if that's disrupted by, say, a hole, right, in your lung or even in your chest or whatever, that air is going to take the path of least resistance. So that whole positive negative pressure gets all jacked up and bad things start to happen. So there's so much that can go into torso injuries and injuries in the box. So think of the box as neck to navel. Anything in this area is going to get a chest seal, right? You want that occlusive, waterproof, airtight dressing, that coverage. But without getting too complicated, let's just cover, hey, I've got a hole in the chest. I need to do something about it.
Do we have an exit?
Maybe. If you have an entrance, you probably have.
If it's grind hard, you have both.
Yeah. But that's a really good point, and we train that all the time. Like if something went in, it probably came out somewhere. So when you're looking at your patient, oh, okay, I found a hole in his chest, right? And we're speaking very basic here. I found a hole in his chest. I'm gonna make sure I check his whole torso at a minimum, like, as far as chest seals is, hey, we need to treat this. I'm checking his whole torso everywhere, sides, back, up here, everywhere, because it came out somewhere and I need to put that occlusive dressing on there. I need to seal that with a chest seal. So make sure if you got one hole, you probably have two. So something to keep in mind. So we're sitting here, he was like having a great day sunbathing, right? And all of a sudden, bam.
Ouch.
Oh no. Takes around, right?
Okay.
So if he takes it one place, it probably came out somewhere, right? So came out right here,
Good one.
right?
What is it,
So
spin and tumble, or?
a little bit.
hard.
It was a gnarly round. It was a grind heart. I don't know what to tell you, man. You've got a couple of decent holes in you. What are we gonna do about it?
Put some chewing gum and walk away?
No. So I'm gonna use this chest seal here. These are actually have a four-way vent in them. So basically air can escape, but it can't come in as he's trying to breathe. You want air to be able to come out, right? Otherwise, as he's breathing, air's going into that chest space, right? That pleural space, we call it. And it's creating pressure, right? More and more and more and more and more and more air. So now this breathing issue starts to become like a cardiac and circulation issue in that all that pressure is pressing against the heart. It's pressing against the aorta, and it's causing some serious issues with blood flow. So is that collapsed lung gonna kill him? Probably not right away. Is that air and that pressure on the heart and aorta gonna kill him? Yes, absolutely. So we're trying to avoid that. We need to seal that off. We need to make sure air's not getting in there.
So it says clean the area.
Yep.
There's blood obviously everywhere.
Right.
So is this going to stick through blood?
Yes. So let's talk through it. So you'll open your chest seal, right? And yes, you do need to wipe the area down because you want this thing to stick like
As dry
freaking
as
super
possible.
glue, right? So you take your chest seal out. Now, if you've got anything, like I've got a shirt right here, if you've got gauze, whatever the case is, you're gonna make sure you get that as dry as you can, right? Okay. I've heard people go back and forth like, you put the chest seal on during inhalation, or you put it during exhalation, and this is why and that's why. If I'm putting on a chest seal, I'm not gonna watch this dude breathe for a minute and make sure. I'm gonna put that chest seal on as soon as I can, right? And that's just for general real world, hey man, get it on there and get that thing plugged. In the meantime, I'll just open another one. So let's say you're going through and you've noticed this wound. The more air that gets in there, the worse off this patient's gonna be. So what you can do is cover that as you're getting out a chest seal, or like I said, always ask for help, man.
Got it.
Hey, does somebody have a chest seal or whatever? So cover that hole, now it's a stopgap. So you can see I'm one-handed right now, right? This is gonna be hard to open. If I just go ahead and use the back of my hand, I can still plug that hole and open this with two hands, right? So you're not gonna die. You're not gonna die. And that's your patient. Like if your patient's freaking out, which he or she totally might be, communicate with them. Like let them know what's going on. Inform them like, hey man, I'm patching you up. You're gonna be all right.
I see the sheep.
Yeah, going to see the wizard, you know.
There's wizards.
Everything's getting white. But no, so just, talk to them, let them know what's going on. Because I've seen it a lot to where people will just do their thing and not communicate at all. And that's kind of freaky for the patient, right? Sure. So go ahead and get your chest seal out. And this is super straightforward.
You're like a hairless kitty.
Oh, dude.
So what you're gonna wanna do is center that wound in the center of the chest seal. So
I'm screwed.
put that thing on. You wanna get this, press it down. This thing has got to stick because, again, it needs to be airtight and watertight. You can see these little holes here. That's the one-way valve so air can escape, but it can't get pulled back in.
Interesting.
So we've got an entrance. What else do we probably have?
Exit.
An exit. So I'm looking around. I'm not seeing anything. See what we got back here. Okay, found another one. Go ahead and cover that one as a stopgap while we pull out our chest seal. Pull out the same thing. And I'm gonna have you just slap this one on.
Okay.
Remember, center the wound in the center of the chest seal.
Got it.
Again, take whatever you can, make sure you wipe it down. Because torso injuries aren't necessarily gonna be gushing blood like say an arterial wound.
Got it.
There could absolutely be
smack that sucker
some nasty damage
Brian,
and some
shut.
bleeding, but it's probably not gonna be like spurting everywhere like some femoral bleed or something like that.
Got it. Making sure it's sealing.
Yeah. All right, I found that one. I quadruple check. All right, nothing else. And now move on to whatever, you have to do next. So
Sure.
that's basically it. And again, the box, neck to navel, anything in that area, sides, everything gets a chest seal. What you're not gonna do, let's say you took around right here, I know we just did wound packing. That's not a thing for the torso or the abdomen because you're gonna end up putting so many rolls of gauze in there really for no reason because whatever is in there, you're probably not gonna get to that bleeder by just stuffing stuff in there. So, but absolutely make sure it's airtight, watertight with a seal, no matter where it is.
Got it.
So that's the long and short of it, guys.
Sure.
You can get deep into the weeds with
Oh,
this
I
stuff,
can
but
How's it feel?
I don't want to take it off.
It feels great right now.
I'm not taking it off anytime soon.
you might as well just let it fall
Remember
off
that
someday.
movie?
All right, what are your questions?
Let's say you don't seal it. You notice there's something is sacrificed on it, or you can see it has a leak. Are you just gonna peel it, grab another one if you have? Hopefully you have another
So if you've got a little leak right here, I would leave this on and patch over that leak.
with another one.
Absolutely.
Got it. Okay.
If the wound's like quite large, you're just gonna keep throwing them on there. Yeah.
Got it.
If you run out of the actual chest seals, like these packages right here happen to be air and water tight. If you've got some tape, you can tape this down on 4 sides, and now you've got that airtight water dressing too.
Okay.
So, but ideally, chest seals are so easy and simple to use. Put this over the hole. That's the long and short of it.
enough.
Again,
Got it.
I'm being simple because, I want you guys to remember, hey, this is a pretty easy skill. Hole in chest, put a chest seal on it. There's a lot of anatomy and physiology, and we can go crazy, but this can be a life-saving procedure, absolutely.
Got it.
How'd that feel?
Fine, like I said. for
Can't
now,
wait to
it's
take
like,
that off,
I'm
huh?
not taking it off.
That it?
That's it, man.
All right, guys.
Straightforward.
Well, thanks for watching. Thank you again for my medic, Billy, coming out.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me.
Want the chest seals? Obviously, go to my medic and order them.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got all kinds of stuff on the website. We absolutely have chest seals. They are 4-way vented, so air will escape and not pull back in. So that's actually a good thing.
And on the last episode, we're going to also review one of their, or 2 of your first aid kits to see
Yep.
what you guys have in it compared to our first episode.
Cool. Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
All right.
Thank you guys. Like, subscribe, comment below what you want to see next. Thanks. You ready? Are you sure?
Don't go slow.
Ooh. Damn.
goes
Oh, yeah.
slow.
It cleaned them up a bit in there.